So tell me what you think are the chances. Let's do the bottom line politics. What are the chances that Harry Reid, the Democratic leader with 55 votes supposedly in his pocket, he could have them there, Democratic votes, to change the Senate rules so that the president at least can get his cabinet members agreed to by the Senate with 50 votes if they control the presidency or 51 if they don't?
I think Majority Leader Harry Reid is going to face a significant amount of pressure to move forward with the nuclear option if Republicans block these three nominees.
Okay, speak the language. Don't use nuclear option. Okay, what are we talking about? Getting rid of the filibuster, majority vote? You mean?
Right. So using an option that lets the Majority Leader change the rules of the Senate with a bare majority. Usually, it takes a 2/3 majority.
And to go ahead and push that through by majority vote.
Exactly.
Under the principle that the Senate rules can be changed by majority vote, or the fact that it's a new Senate, or what would be his rationale for being able to do that without breaking the rule that you need 60 votes to get something done?
Well, the Constitution allows the Majority Leader to do this. It's never been done before on a partisan vote. The rules have never been changed on a partisan vote. But the Democrats also argue that there's never been this kind of obstruction before, that's also unprecedented. And a recent nonpartisan government report found that President Obama has dealt with obstruction for his judicial and cabinet nominees on a level that none of the last 5 presidents have.
How far do you think this is a head fake, or do you agree it is that Harry Reid won't go all the way and actually have a majority vote to change the rules? Sahil.
It's unclear. Michael may well be right. Reid has not made any decisions on this, but I don't think it's
why is he floating it? What's he get from floating it? Why are we talking about this? That's all my life. I've wondered why we have a. Okay, explain.
It's leverage for him. It's a negotiating tactic, and McConnell is taking his threat seriously. Just today we found out that McConnell wanted to hold the vote on President Obama's nominee for the D.C. Circuit next week, and Reid filed for cloture, and McConnell caved on that. It's a small cave, but it's still it's still a concession that he made. And McConnell wouldn't be doing that. He wouldn't be raising the volume and ratcheting up the pushback in the opposition if he thought Harry Reid was bluffing. It's an entirely different conversation when you're talking legislation and nominees, just as you pointed out, because nominees, most of them, all cabinet nominees, are temporary. Legislation is permanent, and a lot of Democrats, many of them aren't really saying so publicly, but a lot of them privately have concerns that when Republicans get to power, they might do things like try to gut abortion rights with a majority vote. So there are a lot of concerns about that, which is why you don't hear Democrats talking about it for legislation.
But nobody's talking about changing the filibuster rule for legislation. They're just talking about it for a point. Yeah, I agree.
They're not talking about that now.
I think it's a very modest step, and it may happen. It may happen.